Hey guys, it's Bree. So I am doing my September TBR fairly early. I'm going to have kind of a super crazy next couple of weeks, and so I don't know if I will be able to film as much as I would like. And I wanted to get this out to you as soon as I could. Last March, for Women's History Month, I kind of unintentionally wound up reading books just by women, and I really liked it. There was just something about it that was very refreshing, and so I kind of have been wanting to do it again for a while, and I just haven't quite done it yet. So I have my TBR books here, and they are all picked out with kind of that theme in mind. Books written by women. Of course, this helps feed into a lot of different things that I'm kind of working on, but I'm also just so excited for it. I think it's going to be so much fun and just kind of a treat. I think that there's something about it that just, it brings you back to science fiction in a way that really, at the very least for me, I feel more passionate about it. And so let's get to the TBR. A lot of these books were actually suggested to me by people who were giving me suggestions on my announcement video for Ladies Night In, which the first video should be out fairly soon. So I'll try and grab those first because I'm really quite excited about them. I feel like that's the theme of this whole video. I'm really excited. So I have Trafalagar by Angela Goroschider. I read her Kalpa Imperial a couple months back as a buddy read with Nicole over at Nicole's Adventures in SFF, and I really quite liked it. She has a very different take on things. She is a Argentinian author, and so her works are in translation. Kalpa Imperial was translated by Ursula Guin. This particular work is translated by Amelia Gladhart. I don't know if Gladhart writes on her own. I'll have to look into that. If you know, leave it in the comments. But I'm pretty excited for this. This one was suggested to me by Rachel over at Kalanadi. Mark suggested a number of books. And so I have a couple of those on my TBR for kind of when I get to them. But I am looking forward to reading A Calculated Life. That's by Charnock. This is kind of one of those classic big business stories, I guess. It says, Mayhew McCline, a major corporation that analyzes global trends, has hired a genius, Jaina. She's a brilliant mathematical modeler and has the ability to produce accurate predictions for the world. And so now she's working on finding a link between the northeasterly winds and violent crime. She finds a bunch of things that like contradict her model, I guess, and so she's trying to get more data. I guess she probably uncovers some interesting stuff. I'm really looking forward to that, actually. That sounds like something that's right up my alley. If you don't know, I have worked with a number of different data sets, and so that kind of stuff is really fun for me. Reading about people analyzing data and kind of the way that they're trying to go about it, I always find very interesting. The next one that I have is also from Mark, and it kind of sounds ridiculously interesting, actually. It's called Archivist Wasp. It's by Nicole Kornher-Stace. Looks like this, very red. And this is about a post-apocalyptic world, and there's this woman named Wasp, and she is trying to kind of uncover information about the pre-apocalyptic world. She does this by getting in contact with ghosts, and so she's going into like the ghost realm and trying to figure out about this pre-apocalyptic world, and it's about her dealing with this one particular ghost who is a super soldier. So it sounds like a lot of fun. It's fairly short. I don't know. It sounds really interesting, so I'm excited to get to this one. A couple of months back, I tried to read The Female Man by Joanna Russ, and I think I just wasn't in the right headspace for it at the time. This is a little bit hard to follow, and so I think if you're not kind of focused enough, you probably aren't going to get what you want out of it. So I put it down, and I'm going to be trying to pick it up in the next couple of weeks, I think that I'm kind of in a better spot for it now. And I'm really excited because I also have Temporary Agency by Rachel Pollack to read next month. And I feel like the combination of Joanna Russ and Rachel Pollack is going to be really good. I read Rachel Pollack's Unquenchable Fire a couple of weeks ago. I will link my review to that down below. And I just feel like this is going to be like an awesome 70s and 80s feminist fiction kind of week when I get to read these. I have 2 books by Guin that I'm going to be reading. They're both in her Hainish cycle. The first is The Lathe of Heaven, and the second is The Telling. It's kind of funny. I feel like none of my Guin books match. This is an Auteur trade edition, and this is, of course, in a mass market. But they both take place in the Hainish cycle, and so I'm really excited. I feel like that is kind of the universe where Guin hit her stride. And so I'm really looking forward to it. And then I have The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter. I don't actually know a whole lot about this, and there is nothing on the cover at all to let me know anything about what is actually inside. But Angela Carter is supposed to be fantastic, and this, I guess, is supposed to be about fractured fairy tales. That's what the inside cover leads me to believe, but it's mostly talking about how she influenced, like, Neil Gaiman, which is not off-putting in the least. So I'm looking forward to getting to this one as well. So that is my TBR for next month. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books right there for you. They're all fairly short, so I'm sure that I won't have too much problem getting through them. And I'm really excited. If you have any suggestions for books that I should read this month that would kind of go in keeping with the women in SFF theme, I would really, really love to hear it. These are all fairly short, like around the 200-page mark, so I don't doubt that I'd be able to get through them fairly quickly, especially knowing how I devour some of these authors. So let me know if you have read any of these books, and I hope you're having a fantastic reading week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.